In the shadows of history, Latin hides, an Indo-European language with over 4,000 years of antiquity, its echo resonating from the southeast of Europe to Central Asia. Its first whispers date back to the 3rd millennium BC, when speakers of the most archaic form of Latin ventured into the heart of the Italian peninsula, fragmented both politically and linguistically. Today, in Extraordinary Walks, you will discover various curious facts about this language, many of which you probably didn't know. Let's start from the beginning. Latin, an ancestral language that has left a profound imprint on history and linguistic evolution, unfolds in two main forms: Classical Latin, masterfully used by prominent authors such as Cicero and Virgil, and Vulgar Latin, whose evolution transcended into Romance languages such as Italian, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. This language, which served as the official language of the vast Roman Empire, stood as a fundamental instrument in official documents, laws, and communications across its extensive territory. During the Middle Ages, Latin acquired a crucial role by becoming the lingua franca of Europe, facilitating communication among individuals from diverse regions with different mother tongues. The influence of Latin is undeniable, extending to the formation of scientific terms, as seen in the case of biology, derived from biologia, a combination of bios, life, and logia, study. In fact, approximately 60% of English words have Latin roots, emphasizing the importance of this language in shaping modern English. Latin stands out for its 6 grammatical cases that shape the function of words in a sentence: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, vocative, and ablative. In contrast to modern Romance languages such as Spanish or Italian, Classical Latin lacked accents, presenting a pronunciation challenge for contemporary scholars. Words in Latin also carry grammatical gender, masculine, feminine, or neuter, occasionally deviating from conventions present in current Romance languages. Despite the antiquity of Latin, some of its words have endured in their original form in Spanish, such as amicus, amigo, friend, and mar, see. The impact of Latin extends beyond the linguistic realm, as its legal system and juridical terminology have left an indelible mark on the formation of numerous modern legal systems worldwide. Literary works like Virgil's Aeneid and Julius Caesar's De Bello Gallico are revered as classics and continue to be studied in their original language. The Vatican City, the central enclave of the Catholic Church, maintains Latin as the official language in official documents and religious ceremonies, including papal masses. During the Renaissance, there was a resurgence of interest in Classical Latin, where scholars rediscovered and diligently studied ancient Roman texts. Throughout the centuries, various dialects of Latin, such as medieval and Renaissance Latin, developed, each with its own linguistic characteristics. Knowledge of Latin during the Middle Ages became a symbol of social status and education, reserved for scholars, clergy, and the elite. The lasting influence of Latin in the medical field is evident in the presence of terms like corpus, body, and nervus, nerve, in current medical terminology. Although Latin and Greek are distinct languages, they share grammatical similarities and an extensive technical and scientific vocabulary. This linguistic and cultural legacy continues to resonate in our contemporary society, serving as a testimony to the richness and enduring nature of a language that has profoundly marked human history. Beyond its role in shaping modern languages and its presence in historical texts, curious facts emerge that shed light on its multifaceted impact on culture and communication. The Romans, passionate about wordplay, left behind an intriguing linguistic legacy. A notable example is the palindrome Roma tibi subito modibus ibit amor, encapsulating the poetry of Rome: love will come to you suddenly with movements. Even Roman coins became canvases to express values and mottos, such as the unmistakable SPQR, Senatus Populusque Romanus, proclaiming the unity of the Senate and the Roman people. In diverse realms such as television, medicine, and law, Latin resonates in familiar expressions. In Star Trek, Captain Kirk utters the famous Veni, Vidi, Vici, while the Hippocratic Oath, a cornerstone of medical ethics, originated in Latin and has endured through the ages. terms like habeas corpus and pro bono persist in legal jargon, while the semantic richness of Latin is evident in words like saudade in Portuguese, with no precise equivalents in other languages. Composers like Mozart and Beethoven wove Latin texts into their works, adding a classical dimension to music. In biology, species classification, and in computing, with concepts like data and password, Latin continues its influence. In the poetic realm, meter and rhyme were crucial, and some poems allowed recitation in both directions, challenging the interpreter's skill. Latin, though ancient, remains enigmatic. Its predecessor, the Etruscan language, still holds undiscovered secrets. Writing in Latin during the Inquisition was a way to safeguard ideas against censorship. From its origins in the 7th century BC to its transformation into Romance languages around the 7th century AD, Classical Latin maintained its relevance for over 1,000 years. Although Latin is not commonplace today, some contemporary political speeches and official documents incorporate Latin phrases to imbue solemnity and authority. Even in times of conflict, during World War II, Latin served as the basis for encrypted codes, leveraging its grammatical complexity and familiarity with messages. These picturesque details highlight the enduring and versatile nature of a language that has transcended eras and remains a relevant presence in modern society.